Good morning, hockey fans, and welcome to episode 90 of Royally Quacked.
Episode 90.
Yeah, so 90s.
Oh, we already got our first comment. Kevin, good morning, guys. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
We did, Kevin. How about you?
Yes, we definitely did. It was nice. Even though I was on call, but I didn't have to go out on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You know, I was kind of hoping for at least maybe one or two just to get that double time pay a little bit, but I got 15 minutes.
I don't get anything if I work extra anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe kudos points, or maybe they might feed us.
they might feed us.
Well, we got fed when I worked that Sunday. And we got some kudos because they give kudos out and it's worth money. I think it was only like maybe $5, but we got the hat, bought awesome pastrami sandwiches, onion rings, and chili cheese fries. It was pretty good.
Chili cheese fries sound good. Tommy's sounds good.
Yes. You know, I have yet, I think, to go. When I stay at Grandma's and Papa's during the week, I have yet to go there and get any food.
Shame.
I'm gonna have to make that a definite in the next week or two.
Tommy sounds fantastic. So when we used to umpire when we were in Chino, when we used to umpire at the Bigly Dreams in Chino Hills, it was on the way home. So it was either Baker's or Tommy's most of the time.
Every once in a while, In and Out.
Did we really do? We didn't do very much of In and Out.
No, it was mostly
Baker's and Tommy's.
The taco burgers at Baker's, and then of course the chili cheeseburger. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's one of our favorite places. I used to go to. We had a Tommy's by my old job, and I used to love it. Now I don't work over there anymore, and now I haven't had Tommy's in probably well over almost a year and a half now. I miss it.
It might be about a year for me. Sometimes I'll stop off in Corona.
Oh, that's one it used to be by my old work.
Yeah.
But all right, well, are you ready to get into team news?
Sure.
I'll let you go first.
I go first most of the time, but that's all right. You went. I know you did go last week, so
yeah.
First bit of Kings news. Kings prospect Jared Wright joins Kings of the Podcast on episode 252. So take a listen, get to know Jared Wright. He's a promising young forward for the Kings, and you got to love Hoven and Burstein anyways, because they just play off each other so well on Kings of the Podcast. And I love how they have the UFC guy bring him in. It's probably my favorite intro. Yeah.
Something Buffett, right?
Yeah. His brother was the big boxing guy. He's the big UFC guy. And I got to tell you, he came up with a great line.
Yeah. Kevin said, I liked Jared on the episode. He was very confident, yet humble and likable.
Yeah, he's a great kid. And hopefully he's playing up with the Reign now. The Reign this year, if you didn't know, Kings fans, so much younger than in years past. I mean, they still have some veteran presence there, but a lot of their prospects are now, a majority of the team is their prospects that have been drafted or signed free agently. And if you get a chance, go out to Ontario and watch them play. It's great hockey. It's fun. There isn't a bad seat at the Toyota Arena there. So I would highly recommend it. We're going to have to do that sometime soon too, Cody. What do you think?
No, agreed. We definitely need to do that one time.
So yesterday we had Perry's return visit to Anaheim. And unfortunately I had to train yesterday, and because my mind was on work, I completely forgot about the game. So I had to ask my wife, who is the
Shame.
hugest
Sh-
Ducks fan. She probably should be co-hosting a Ducks podcast with Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Um, how he was welcomed back to Anaheim. And I guess there was a little bit of controversy that maybe he scored, maybe he didn't. But when I checked today's box score, Edmondson got the goal and Perry didn't. So I'm going to assume he did not score in his uh, first time back with the Kings at the Pond. But he still makes a difference. I think he's a difference maker on the team. And I do believe Kings fans are starting to welcome him a little bit more because honestly, we all want to win and he helps teams win. So I don't see,
just not in the final.
well, he he has won a final. He's just like 1-7 or something.
What team was that?
Yeah, I don't know, some team that likes to
Quack.
fly in a V and
Flying a V.
and take out the trash.
No, we clean up the trash.
Well, they're getting it out of the way of the goal, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Anyway, so Perry's return. We'll talk about how that game ended a little bit later, but I'm sure most of you already know. So it was a great game, very competitive. This is one thing I want to say about the game, that I think the rivalry is really back.
Yeah.
And I was probably the biggest person on the podcast thinking that the Ducks could fly this year. And boy, I think they flew past what anybody imagined so far. So, anyways, other Kings news is Drew skated for the first time since the injury. This was on Thanksgiving. He did it on his own. And according to Coach Hiller, he's not close yet, but at least he's skating. So that's the first start. So hopefully he'll be back in 2 or 3 more weeks. Obviously, that puck did some pretty much damage to his toe. And if you've ever had an injury in your toe or you've ever had gout, you know how debilitating that could be.
Yeah.
If not, it's not fun.
Yep. Kevin put in the chat, was it just me or did yesterday's game have a playoff game feel? Such a great game. These are looking like the two best teams in the Pacific. I'd say more than lately, yes, it did. Especially in like the last few years past, it definitely did have more of a
Oh
playoff
God.
game feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, and this isn't even King's news. So,
Was it me?
is Verbeek possibly a GM of the year?
I didn't even think about
Brings
that.
in Quinville, gets Kreider. He's made some great moves, and um, they're definitely flying together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think everybody better wake up and smell the coffee. I think the Ducks are real, and not that. Well, it makes it more fun for you and I if we're competitive against each other than it was for the last few years because it wasn't quite as competitive. So it'll be fun. We'll see what happens.
I'm smelling the coffee.
Yeah, there you go. And this is a little bit of news. I know that Turcotte did play yesterday, but he was a scratch against Ottawa. But also was the hardest working player in practice and was praised by Coach Hiller. So I'm going to tell you, we want to be any good. We got to have Turcotte step it up. Not just him. We got it. Byfield's got to start scoring some goals. He's only got 4. goals. He's got to start scoring. He plays defense well, but, Cody watched the game because he gets off early, so he watched it last night. I didn't get home to almost 11, so I have not tried to watch the game. But he said, I know Byfield had an assist in the game, but he said he didn't notice him as much. So he needs to be noticed. He needs to pick it up. Those two guys might be the two guys that could drive this team into a longer playoff than first round. We need those guys to pick it up. We don't have a lot of centers in our pipeline to come up that, to compete. The Ducks have a very good center lineup, I think.
Yeah.
So anyways, and that's Kings news for this week. So let's go to Duck news, Cody.
All right, so on to Duck news. So for the first time, I believe in NHL history, when the Ducks played against the Mammoth a week or two ago. Yeah, I know. Against the Mammoth, all 4 goalies in the game were all from one country. They were all from Czechia, or I guess is what Gudis and them like to call. They prefer to be called the Czech Republic, because that's what it's called. So you had Dostál and Mrazek. They're both from Czech Republic. And then on the Utah Mammoth, they had Vitek Vanacek and then Vmelka. And they're both from Czechia. So you had all 4 goalies in that game from one country. So I'm not saying all 4 goalies are from the same country. It's the first time, but all are all from the Czech Republic. Is the first time. So I thought that was kind of some interesting news.
They've become somewhat of a power.
Yeah.
They are very competitive against the USA, Canada, and Sweden, and all of them.
Yeah.
And they're not an easy win. So they've definitely picked up the talent level there, and it's a lot of incredibly good players are coming from Czechia.
Yeah.
And I know Republic, if that's what they want it to be called. I'll respect that.
Yeah. I know this next news kind of spoils a little bit later, but this is what Thomas Hertl had to say about his fellow Czech teammate, Lukáš Dostál. I was hoping he would play this well in February, not now, because of the Olympics. So that's just a great compliment from him. And then next up, Leo Carlsson becomes the first player in Ducks history to record 60 assists at the age of 20 or younger. Just another record that Leo Carlsson's beating right now.
He's really stepped up his game.
Yeah.
I am totally impressed with that kid.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So,
and then congrats to Roger McQueen on being named Hockey East Co-Player of the Week after getting 2 goals and 3 points against University of Massachusetts the last weekend. So congrats to Roger McQueen on getting Co-Player of the Week. Looks like he's finally starting to settle a little bit more now in the college game. I mean, could you really? But he was out for most of the season last year. He's going against better competition. It's probably going to take him a little bit longer. I wouldn't be surprised if he stays another year in the NCAA, and then getting brought up, because I know next year after the season he could go to the AHL because he'll be over age. He'd be at the right age to be able to go to straight to the AHL. Plus, he doesn't have that the Canadian juniors where you have to be, if you don't make the big club, you can't play in the AHL. Like with Green Tree and Seneca that we thought we were going to have this year, that won't be McQueen's problem because he's coming from the NCAA. And then Kevin said, agreed on Leo. He's going to make us Kings fans sad for over a decade. I hope it's a lot longer than a decade. No offense. Last bit of news is some sad news for the Ducks fans, and I'm pretty sure we all already heard about it. But Lukáš Dostál is out. Oh, actually, I need to update this. Oh, where'd it go? I didn't update that one. There it is. Lukáš Dostál has an upper body injury and will be out 2 to 3 weeks. So the Ducks did call up Ville Husso, and you'll hear that name later. So, yeah, not good news you want to hear. I don't know. There's no way of telling how he got the injury. They didn't say, but I mean, an upper body injury. Let's just hope he comes back, completely healthy within those 2 to 3 weeks, and the Ducks can keep flying like they are right now.
Well, let's go on to league. Dallas Stars forward Mikko Rantanen has been suspended 1 game for boarding Flames forward Matt Coronado. The 1-game suspension is automatically utilized in accordance with Rule 23.6 of the NHL rulebook, stating that two-game misconduct and a 41-game span results in a 1-game suspension. Rantanen previously received a game misconduct in a November 18th game against the Islanders. So that's not a name you would expect to be doing something like that.
Yeah, especially back to back. I didn't even know that was even a rule. But real quick, Adam, I will answer your question that you sent me later. I will answer that one later. But no, I didn't even know that was a rule where if you get 2 game misconducts within 41 games, it's an automatic 1-game suspension. The first one I'll give him more of a pass on, just because you could tell he was kind of tripped, but I mean he still could have held up a little bit. But this second one was bad, so I think the 1-game suspension is pretty deserving. So, but yeah, really nothing else to add on that. Let's see. Next bit of news is speaking of Rantanen's game misconducts, the first one was against the Islanders defenseman Alexander Romanov, and because of that hit, he will miss the next 5 to 6 months with a shoulder injury. So it looks like he's probably out for the rest of the season with that injury. Dad?
It's my turn. I know. Sorry. Montreal have signed UFA forward Alexander Tessier to a 1-year, $1 million contract. Recently had deal terminated with the St. Louis Blues. We've seen a bit of movement on different players this part of the year. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more in our notes, maybe. Or did we have them all?
They were last week.
Oh, last week. Okay.
Yeah, it was oh god, what was his name? I forgot the guy's name already. But the price on Ryan O'Reilly, if the Predators decide to move him later this season, would be a first-round pick plus a level A prospect. So the Predators want something big in return for Ryan O'Reilly.
Okay.
I mean, he's a decent cap hit. It's not too much. I think it's like $4.5 million a year. You got someone that could win faceoffs, has leadership quality, can do well in the playoffs. So, but I mean, I think he's 35 though. So
yeah, how much you want to pay for a guy in the twilight of his career, of course. But,
and you'll have him for this year and next year. So, yeah.
So Scott Wedgwood has been added to Canada's list for potential Olympic participation per Darren Dreger. He's played well. I think he has the most wins in hockey, right?
As of right now, I believe, yeah. But I 100% agree, Adam. I don't think he's worth that price. Agreed.
Yeah, but if you're on the cusp, he could be the guy that puts you over. He's a good player still,
Yeah,
but that's a big price. I agree. I don't know if I'd want to pay that.
yeah. No, but Scott Wedgewood's, God, he's played very great this year. I would say he's probably the top. He's either the favorite or the runner-up for the Vezina right now.
Yeah, I know. I have him on my fantasy team.
I honestly, I have not paid any attention to that. Every week I just hit quick lineup, and I don't even know who's injured or who's not. So I probably should get better at that.
I do the quick lineup too. I do try to watch it when I can, but a lot of times I do forget. But
Yeah.
I drafted a pretty great team, and I've made some few moves. I think I'm sitting pretty right now, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yep. And then next up is the Flames have signed general manager Greg Conroy to a multi-year extension per Elliot Friedman. I mean, they already signed they signed Huska. They got Wolf signed long term. So I think they're just trying. And Greg Conroy's, I think, done a decent job there.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-year extension from what I read other places.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, I saw it somewhere this morning when I was doing a little bit of research. So,
okay.
Then the Montreal Canadiens have claimed forward Sammy, is that Blaze off waivers from Toronto. I know I saw that he was put on waivers. Toronto previously claimed Blaze from Montreal in October. Oh, so he's just going back and forth.
Back and forth, back and forth. Yep.
Sort of like that fickle teenage girl on dating 2 different guys. So
wow, that took a turn. Speaking of Montreal, they have signed defenseman Mike Matheson to a 5-year, $6 million AAV contract extension. There was rumblings about an extension with him. They just didn't know how much or how long, but it's done. It's signed, and they have the Canadiens have Matheson signed for 5 years for $6 million a year. Good little deal.
Yeah. The Vancouver Canucks would want a young prospect or at least a second-round pick for Kiefer Sherwood.
I guess that seems more reasonable than the Ryan O'Reilly one.
Absolutely more. Or the or was the big part of that one.
Yeah, it was
because isn't he their goal scoring leader or pretty close to it?
He is their leading hits and leading goals leader right now.
And those are 2 things most teams want.
Yep. And he broke the hits record last year by like a lot. So if you want someone that's just going to hit everything in sight, call Vancouver
and score goals.
And he's scoring goals. That's just a bonus.
Second round pick. Sounds like it might be worth it to me. What do you think, Cody?
For the Ducks, no, but I can see for other teams, yes.
I was talking in general, Cody.
Oh, in general, then yes. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of my team first.
Well, your team right now seems to have good continuity. Why would you want to change it?
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then Jack Roslovic's injury is worse than expected, and he will miss at least a couple of weeks. There is no information on what injury it is, but it looks like he's going to be out a couple more weeks.
I guess Kasperi Kapanen could also be out for a few weeks.
Yep, and then also Jake Wollman is out Saturday, so today, but he could play soon.
I hope so, because I have him too. Islanders forward Kyle Palmieri will miss 6 to 8 months after undergoing surgery for an ACL tear in his left knee. But before he got off the ice, he stole the puck, made a pass, and got an assist and a goal as he was exiting the arena.
Yeah, and this was after he got injured.
Absolutely, after he got
he
injured.
literally stick lifted the guy's stick, stole the puck, passed it over. He got the secondary assist on the goal, and then he gets just the whole time he passed it off, and then just continued to go to the bench and back to the locker room. So I'm like, wow, that is a very hockey thing to do. You get injured and you're still playing. You don't quit on your team, even when you suffer an ACL tear on your knee.
Reminds me of Kobe hitting 2 free throws after tearing his Achilles. And he did it without looking like he was in pain at all.
Yeah, unlike
Jason Tatum.
No, I was gonna say LeBum James got hit in his eye and then had to get escorted out in a wheelchair. And even Adam, 100% hockey player move right there. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else saw it, but it was great. It was a great little play.
I don't know anybody who wouldn't want a kid like Kyle Palmieri on their team.
Honestly, I missed him after we traded him. I've missed him.
I've kept an eye on him his whole career. He's just one of those guys I like to watch play. He's not a superstar, but boy, he helps teams win. And he does everything he needs to help you win. So you got to love a guy like that.
Yeah. Superstar versus half a star. I'm sure. I just love that reference in The Longest Yard. All right. You ready to go into game recaps?
Sure.
All right. I'll start since I have more games, and then we can combine the last two together.
Well, my last game and your last game.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. So
understood.
And by the way, I do want to mention I nailed this prediction to the T. I guessed the winner, and I got the score right.
Are we talking about the Golden Knights game?
Yes, we're talking about the Golden Knights game.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm good. Sorry about that.
Are you allergic to success?
Oh, I bet. That's something I would be happy allergic to. But the Ducks win in at the pond against the people that we hate over in Vegas. We won this one in overtime 4-3. And it was just another game where we give up the first goal, we give up the lead right away, but the Ducks do come back. So let's go into the scoring. And this is all in the first period right here. Shea Theodore gets the scoring start in this game, gets his third goal of the year, and then Braden Bowman gets his fourth of the year to make it 2-0 Vegas. And then Jackson Lacombe gets the scoring started for the Ducks, gets his second of the year assist from Seneca and Gauthier. That was Seneca's 9th assist and Gauthier's 13th assist. So now it's 2-1 Vegas, and that's at the 7:43 mark. And then Olen Zellweger, another D-man goal. He scores his third of the year, Terry his 18th assist of the year, and Trouba's 9th assist. So now we're tied at 18-17 mark. So quick scoring with the Ducks right there. And then almost 10 minutes later, Thomas Hertl on the power play gets his 9th of the year. So now it's 3-2 Vegas. And that's all in the first period. All right. Just say it. All right. God, I love you. I love you, Adam. Adam put in the chat. Just say it. The Golden Cheaters. There you go. I'm just reading, Mom. I'm just reading the quote, the comment, but I agree 100%. Troy Terry gets ties it up 3-3 in the second period with his 7th goal of the year. Leo Carlsson's 18th assist and Lacombe's 8th assist. So now we're tied 3-3, and that was a 13:50 mark in the second. And then we had no scoring at all in this after that, and even in the third period, no scoring. And then we go into overtime again against the Vegas Golden cheaters is what Adam called it. It goes back and forth, but you could tell Vegas just completely dominated the overtime. And then the newly signed Mitchell Marner for the Vegas goes behind the net and just coughs up the puck straight to Cutter Gauthier, and Cutter grabs it and just slides it 5-hole on Akira Schmid, and that's the game winner. So the Ducks come from behind again, and that was Cutter's 13th goal of the year, unassisted, and the Ducks win it in overtime 4-3. Like I said, I called the 4-3 win. Hallelujah. I'm the best. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just happy I called it. But during this game, they did have a watch party at the Noble Ale Works. Go follow the Mighty Ducks Club and follow the Halos in the infield. They've been doing some live watch games there. Go check it out. But yeah, just because I'm probably going to be doing one soon. It's not set in stone yet, but keep an eye on it. Adam says that was the sweetest no-look goal I've ever seen. Yeah, agreed. I think Cutter just grabbed it and just shot it. So, and then we'll move on to the stats. The Ducks outshot Vegas 33-32. The face-off percentage is still horrible for the Ducks. We had 33.9%. Vegas had 66.1%. Vegas was 1 for 4 on the power play. We were 0 for 2. We did out-hit Vegas 19-15. Block shots 20-14 in favor of Vegas. And the Ducks have officially won the season series this year again, because we only played Vegas 3 times this year, and we won the first 2 games in overtime with the exact score 4-3 both times. And your 3 stars of the game, Lukáš Dostál was the number 3 star with a 906 save percentage and a 281 goals against average. Cutter Gauthier was the number 2 star with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. And your number 1 star was Jackson Lacombe with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. And that is it for our first game of the week.
Now, this was a different kind of week, hockey-wise, fans. Let me tell you, we played on Monday and Friday.
Yeah, because of the holiday.
Yeah. Well, when the Kings and Ottawa get together, it seems like it's this total defensive battle, because the prior game in Ottawa, that was a 1-0 game. So to go to the scoring in Monday's game, we go to the 3rd period. And slow starting, Warren Foegele got his 4th, from Armia his 6th, and Edmondson his 8th, to put the Kings up 1-0 at the 5:31 mark. But Fabian Zetterlund scored his 3rd from Matt Paulo, his 3rd, and Jensen his 5th at the 10:49 mark to tie the game. We go to overtime, and Brandt Clarke on the power play gets his 3rd, from Edmondson his 9th, and Perry his 6th at the 13:50 mark of the 3rd period. And we don't go to overtime, and we win a game in regulation. Kings fans, don't be shocked, don't pass out. They actually won a regulation game. So let's let's go to the stats. We got outshot by Ottawa 28-22. The hits were we were out hit 22-14, out blocked 14-8. Giveaways were tied at 12, and they had 4 takeaways. We had 2. Let's go to the 3 stars of the game. And we had an all Kings 3 stars of the game. It was Warren Foegele with 1 goal as the 3rd star. Darcy Kemper, the 2nd star, with 964 save percentage and 1.01 goals against average. And the number 1 star, Brandt Clarke, with the game-winning goal. Well, we're done with Monday. I'll be back when we get to Friday.
Yeah. All right. So the Ducks, this was probably the first game all year where I feel like the Ducks should have won, but lost. So the Ducks hosted the Vancouver Canucks for the first time this year. The Ducks lose this one 5-4 in embarrassing fashion. Linus Carlsson got the scoring start in this game. So again, the Ducks give up the first goal. And not just the first goal, second goal. But Linus Carlsson got his fourth of the year to get the scoring started. And then Evander Kane, who we all can't stand, he got a power play goal, his fourth of the year. And now it's 2-0 Vancouver, and that was after the first period. And then Jackson Lacombe, again, gets the scoring started for Anaheim on a power play, an assist from Cutter Gauthier. So that was Lacombe's third goal of the year, and the Cutter Gauthier's 14th assist. So it's 2-1 Vancouver, and that was at the 9-second mark in the second period. And then someone who I would love to have on my team, but I hate playing against, is Connor Garland. Honestly, this was just a nice little play. He just stole the puck, embarrassed Drew Helleson, and then embarrassed Mrazek in this game. I mean, there was really nothing Mrazek really could have done much on this. Just great stick handling on Garland's part. But that was Garland's sixth goal of the year, so it's 3-1 Vancouver. And then Leo Carlsson at the 16-19 mark gets his 12th goal of the year, Troy Terry's 19th assist, and Zellweger's 5th assist of the year. Made it 3-2 Vancouver on a backhanded shot. And then this just tells you how much Becca Seneca is maturing in this game already. Mason McTavish scores his 5th goal of the year, but this goal does not happen without Lacombe and Seneca. Lacombe got the puck out of the D zone and got it to McTavish. McTavish slid it over to Seneca, and Seneca just kind of like hesitated, and he looked like he was going to shoot, and then just slid it over, and McTavish had a wide open net. It was a beautiful play. So now we're tied 3-3 going into the third period. Like I said, all around great play. And then in the third period, Max Sasson scores for Vancouver to make it 4-3, and that was on a tip-in shot at the 15:58 mark. And then the Ducks pull the goalie, and Drew O'Connor scores his 7th year on the empty netter, so it's 5-3 Vancouver. But then Cutter Gauthier gets one goal at the 19:53 mark on a tip-in shot. That was his 14th goal of the year. Lacombe's 10th assist and Kreider's sixth assist of the year. The Ducks fall 5-4 in overtime, but the real robbery of this game was Troy Terry not getting a goal. Troy Terry, I want to say, hit about 4 posts this game. And 4 is maybe like being like generous, or not generous. Like I want to say the Ducks hit at least 6 or 7 posts, and Terry hit about 4 or 5 of them. It was just one of those kind of games. But the Ducks fall to this first game of the season series against the Vancouver Canucks. And now we'll go to the stats. The Ducks completely outshot them 41-28. The Ducks finally, I want to say this is either the first or second time the Ducks have won a face-off percentage. The Ducks had 50.8 to Vancouver's 49.2. The Ducks had 6 power play chances, but only scored once. Vancouver had 3 chances and only scored once. And by the way, there was that one call in this game where the guy completely cross-checked McTavish from behind, like blatantly. They called the cross-check, but then they called McTavish for embellishment. And I'm sorry, but when you get two-handed straight to the back, you're going to go down when you're not expecting it. And they called him for embellishment. It was just let's just say a BS call on that one. But the hits, we out-hit them 15-13. And Mrazek like I said, well, he was great this game. All the goals were scored like in weird ways, like tip in or just an unlucky bounce off the boards. But Mrazek had 23 saves on 27 shots. And then Tolopilo was the goalie for Vancouver. He saved 37 shots on 40 out of 41. And even Mom says that was a BS call. So even Mom agrees with me on that one.
Okay, so here's a question to both of you. What does BS stand for?
You want me to say it right now? I will say it.
Not really, but I just thought it would be funny.
Well, you asked. I will say it.
Well, Mom capitalized BS, so if you want to say it, I guess it's okay with her.
All right. We'll go to the 3 stars real quick. It says it means bull. Let's move on. Jackson Lacombe is the 3rd star of the game with 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Sasson was the number 2 star for Vancouver with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. And then Troy Terry was the number 1 star with 0 goals, 1 assist for 1 point. But like I said, Troy Terry it was a Troy Terry game, and he just was completely unlucky.
Yeah.
Here we go. There was a lot of hockey goals. Not much can be done about those. Yeah, like I'm not blaming Mrazek for that loss at all. Well, bull snarky. There you go, Dad. There's your
I know.
BS.
Captain Chaos strikes again.
Mom says, I know what you want. I mean,
No.
we are allowed like some cussing words before we go into like explicit territory. So, but if I'm going to use it, I want to use it for like a good reason, you know?
Okay.
So, all right.
I'm good with that.
All right. You ready to go into, and I'm not going to take credit for this, but the Late Arrivals, they put as their newest episode title. They recorded last night. Yesterday was not Black Friday. It is now called Orange Friday.
Orange Friday.
I'm not going to take credit for that. It was them. I'm not going to take credit for it. So I want everyone to know. But you ready to get into this game?
It was a great game.
It was a great game.
The rivalry is back, people. It definitely is.
Yeah. So you want to talk about your first period goal?
Sure. I guess I could take that one at least. In the first period, the Kings at the 17:48 mark go up 1-0 on Alex Laferriere's 6th goal from Morris 5th and Dumoulin his 4th on a tip-in shot. So after 1 period, it was Kings 1, Ducks nothing. Then we go to the 2nd period.
Yep. And then that's when Chris Kreider ties it up on the power play for your Anaheim Ducks. And it was a quick power play goal. It was a great overall play from Troy Terry. He just waited for Kreider and Carlsson to crush the net and just found an open seam. Kreider blocked out, I want to say it was Mikey Anderson from getting in front of him. And Kreider was wide open, and which was a great tip-in play. So Kreider gets his 11th of the year on the power play. Troy Terry his 20th assist, and Leo Carlsson's 19th assist. And here's from Adam. It was a great stress-filled game for both teams. No, actually, that's a great way of putting it.
It's no doubt about that. It was definitely, like I said, that's what the rivalry is definitely back.
Mom says it's my new favorite Orange Friday thing to do. I agree. I just wish I could have watched it live and not get it spoiled for me. So you want to talk about the next goal?
Well, the Kings then take the lead at the 10:03 mark on a goal from Kevin Fiala, his 10th, from Quinton Byfield, his 14th, and Brandt Clarke, his 8th, on a snapshot, and the Kings go up 2-1.
And here's Kevin. Finally, Kings game I didn't want to fall asleep during. Thanks, Ducks.
How true is that? I mean,
well,
we haven't been playing very exciting hockey we're not scoring goals. I know some of our guys aren't playing that well yet. We're in second place, 2 points behind the Ducks, who are scoring goals. To me, it seems like at a
And
record
giving up
pace.
goals. And giving up a lot of goals, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but what do you want to see when you go to a hockey game?
Goals from just my team. I want to see 30-0 Ducks every single. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and if it was Christina, she could care less about the goals and just have them be fighting.
Oh yeah, she would just. Hopefully, they bring one of those like hockey fighting, like boxing matches that we talked about before, and just they need to have one at the pond, and I'll take Christina to one of those. But so we had these 3 goals in the second period, all within pretty much 2 minutes of each other.
Boom, boom, boom.
So you had the Kreider goal at 9 minutes, and then the Fiala goal at 10:03, and then Olen Zellweger ties it up with his 4th goal of the season. Alex Killorn his 7th assist, and Carlsson his 20th assist, and so we were tied 2-2 at the 11:02 mark on a wrist shot from Olen Zellweger. And here's Adam. The Ducks broadcast said it right. This team just knows how to score. Agreed. They do.
Yeah, totally unlike last season.
Yeah, it's amazing when it happens when you actually have a coach that knows what he's doing. Yeah, that is a dig at what's his name last year. No, we don't say his name on this podcast anymore.
Oh.
Yes, I'd rather say Beetlejuice 3 times. I'd rather say Voldemort. I'd rather say Dolores Umbridge than that one guy.
Now you've made me sad just hearing those 3 names.
Yeah, you're welcome. You said the name I didn't want to hear, and you said it.
I might say it again if you're not careful.
Well, I'll keep Dolores Umbridge. All right, let's talk about your next 2 goals in the third period.
Well, give it away. Why don't you?
The game already happened.
So in the third period, at the 3:23 mark, Alex Turcotte finally gets his first goal of the season from Brandt Clarke, his 9th, and Dumoulin, his 5th, on a tip-in shot, and the Kings take a 3-2 lead. 3 minutes and 30 seconds later, Joel Edmondson gets his 2nd from Anderson, his 5th, and Trevor Moore, his 6th, on a slap shot. That's the one I think they gave Perry possibly the goal, but it got pulled back.
It was the Edmondson goal that
and that's the one where that Perry was thought to maybe tip it, but after review or the players talking about it, it ended up being an Edmondson goal, and that put the Kings up 4-2.
Kevin does bring up a good point here. Are we allowed to say Neil Brown's name? He is Voldemort level 2. And honestly, he has a good point because he has cursed both teams on this podcast.
So we will now refer to him as Voldemort.
Kevin, that is a great point. And then Adam says, how can you give it away? The graphics already give it away. Which, how does the graphics look? Please tell me they look amazing.
They look great. I think
Thank you.
That's fantastic job, Cody.
Thank you. I like doing these things. They're fun. All right, but let's now move on to the scoring where the Ducks tie it up because obviously we see it. And thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. But Pavel Mintyukov gets his first of the year to make it 4-3 Kings. That was Seneca's 11th assist of the year and McTavish's 11th assist of the year. And that was at the 10:42 mark. And great play by Seneca. He sees Pavel wide open in the slot. And honestly, I don't know how Minty really got the puck off because the puck was just moving and moving. It was just a weird play altogether. And, Minty got it off. So it looks good. It was a great goal. And then Leo Carlsson ties it up at the 29 mark in the third. Lacombe his 11th of the 11th assist of the year, and McTavish's 12th assist. And so now we're tied 4-4 after 3 periods. I like what Adam says. The Duck side looks amazing. The Queen side needs a logo revamp again. Oh, actually, hold on. Before we get into overtime, I don't know if you noticed this, but the Kings were wearing their silver helmets with the away jerseys. Have they been doing this the whole year now?
I'm not sure. I don't pay attention to the helmets. I'm watching the players play.
I'm curious now. Like, have the Kings been wearing their silver jerseys away now, or was that just because it was against the Ducks? I'm curious.
I think they should have been in black against orange. But then again,
especially for Black Friday, or I mean Orange Friday.
Well, Black or Orange Friday, either one or both.
Orange is the new black.
There you go. Yeah, we already said that last week.
I know.
Somebody smart said it first.
Yeah, you're welcome. I said it.
No, no, you didn't. I did. So, you watched the game, Cody. What happened in overtime?
Honestly, there was a couple times where I thought the Kings were going to win it, but Husso saved us. I would say on a couple plays. It was the typical like back and forth. I would say this was more back and forth than we've normally seen in overtime, especially with the Kings. I know the Kings aren't really like a back and forth kind of team. Both teams had their chances and everything. I would say Kings. I would say had more chances in overtime than the Ducks did. So it was fun. And then here, let's see. This was the second time, possibly second straight, where they wore their silver buckets with the road white. I honestly, I like the silver helmets more with the white jerseys than I did with the new alternate jerseys. And then Mom says, don't forget to talk about Lacombe and his defense. He saved a couple of goals, and a couple times he played over 2 minutes. Yeah, that's true. There was one, I think, where Husso was down and out, and Lacombe stopped the puck from going into the net. But like I said, it was a great game. Like I said, a couple of the goals I think Husso could have stopped, but Husso also made some fantastic saves in this game that kept the Ducks in it. Like, I want to say there was like 2 like one-timers that Husso had to go from one side to the other and just made a fantastic save. Here it is. Husso stood on his damn head and then some. That was from Adam. And Mom also said our special team played the whole time too. Yeah, on one of the power plays, the Ducks literally, our PP1 team literally played the full 2-minute power play, and we just couldn't get the puck. We just kept the Kings hemmed in their own zone the whole time, and I don't think we put it in the net on that one. No, we had no power play goals on that one. So, but I would say overtime was both. I would say both teams had their chances, but I think the Kings had better chances.
Then we go to the shootout, right?
Yeah, and then we go into the shootout. Leo Carlsson went first, and he had Kemper beat, but just lost possession of the puck. So Leo Carlsson did not score on that one. Let me just tell you what, because I watched it.
You watched it. I'm going to let you keep going with it because I don't know what happened.
Kevin Fiala went next, and Kevin Fiala actually beat Husso, but he did not beat the net. He hit the post. Yeah, he had Husso beat, and he hit the post. Honestly, it was a great shot by Fiala. But he beat everyone but the post.
Yeah, that happens a lot to us.
Yeah. So
we hit the post more than we hit the net.
Yeah. And then Troy Terry comes in and scores, in Troy Terry fashion. Great goal on the shootout goal. So the Ducks are up 1-0 in the shootout, and then Adrian Kempe comes in. I can't remember what he did. I can't believe if he missed or
He shot it right. I did see a little bit of a replay on NHL Network, and he shot it right at like the 5-hole, and Husso made the save. I did see that one.
Yeah, and then Mason McTavish to seal the game, put it again 5-hole on the goalie in a shootout. I would say Mason McTavish, he might be one of the best shootout guys in the league now. I think it's probably him and Zegras right now. Because
I could tell you, Kempe's pretty good, Fiala's good, but after that, we don't have anybody that can shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I know that
nobody
that Seneca could do well. I think. I don't know how he is with the shootout. But Mom says he got better as the game went on. I think she's talking about Ville Husso, and 100% agree. He did get better as the game got on. Mom also said, "Love that goal," and she did send that picture of McTavish putting it between Kemper's pads for that shootout win. So the Ducks win in a shootout for the first Freeway face-off of the year. Well, I guess all around, what a fantastic game to watch. If you want to see playoff hockey like in the regular season, these are the games to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle for the whole season.
Yep. And then let's go over the stats. You want to go? I'll let you go first.
Shots on goal. Kings outshot him 34-31.
No, I didn't update that one. Sorry. Was it 31? No. Sorry,
no, it was 27-31.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to update your side on that.
So I don't have. Well, I guess I.
All right, so the Kings had 27 shots on goal. And then they won the faceoff percentage 52.7 to 47.3. The power play, the Kings only had one power play chance. And they were 0 for 1. The Ducks had 2. They were 1 for 2. Ducks had 18 hits. The Kings had 14. Block shots 24 to 21. The Kings had 24. Giveaways, the Ducks had 19 giveaways to 13 for the Kings, but the Ducks had 11 takeaways to the Kings 3.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yep, and then you want to talk about the third star?
Let me go down there. I don't even know. I don't know. Third star was Kevin Fiala with a goal.
I would tell you, Fiala was great in this game. I would say he's definitely, I would say, one of those duck killers. He always plays good against the Ducks. I want to say, like they were talking about on the broadcast last night, they were saying like in like 30 games or whatever, he has like 28 points against the Ducks. So he's always played great against the Ducks. The number 2 star of the game was Jackson Lacombe with the assist and 1 point. And then Leo Carlsson was the number 1 star with 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points. And so that concludes Game 1 of the Freeway face-off this season.
Yes. So we go to our overall standings and predictions. And Cody, you got even at 12-12.
Okay.
I suck at 9-15.
Oh, wow.
After 24 games, I'm 9-15. You're 12-12, which at least you're at 500.
Yeah, I'll take 500 on that. All right, and then we do have people from the Instagram live. Mighty Ducks, or sorry, Halo 714 says Quack City, and then Desund said, I don't know what's up with the Kings. Big time shooters. Kempe's shot felt low effort.
It did feel low effort. That's the only one I did see, and he's better than that. I think we have a lot of talent on that team that could be good in shootout, but they certainly aren't doing it this year because we keep getting beat in the shootouts.
Yeah, and then Mom put, let's go Ducks, quack, quack. Amen to that. And then Adam put, Fiala's going to be future Kempe against the Ducks. Because Kempe was always the duck killer. Now it's going to be more Fiala. Seems
Well, we'll
like.
see. I think Kempe will still probably be in that category with him. It
Yeah.
would be nice to see somebody join them because like I said, the Ducks of overall scoring is better spread out than the Kings is.
Yeah.
And we're not scoring enough goals, and we're not very good in the shootout most of the time. I think we've won one, maybe 2 games at it, but we've lost quite a few. I
Yeah.
mean, another 1-goal game. We lead,
Another
we were,
overtime game.
and we were leading the league, and I think overtime games and 1-goal games.
Yeah.
So the nice thing is like I said, you got to be pretty happy. I mean, if I was a Duck fan, I'd be pretty happy with what they've done so far, especially compared to last year. But I'm looking at the Kings. They're same amount of games. They're 2 points behind the Ducks, and I feel like they haven't played that good.
Yeah.
Is it just me that feels that way? How do you guys feel? I'm just curious. I think we could be so much better than we've been. I think if Byfield could start being more like Carlsson, that's what I expect from him. Carlson's doing a fantastic job. He needs to be like that. But I can tell you one thing. He rings it off the post. He's ringed it off the post. I bet you at least triple the times he scored. And how many people do that? I mean, is that bad luck? Is he trying to be too fine? I don't know. He's got to start scoring some goals. We need him to get going. Turcotte finally scores a goal. I think, in our future, he has to become a 3C or a 2C in the future.
Yeah.
We need him to pick it up. It's going to be interesting to see what happens the rest of the season. I mean, I'm disappointed, and I'm in second place, and I'm a playoff team. Should I be that disappointed?
I mean, would you be disappointed that right now at Thanksgiving break you don't have to play the Oilers right now?
Well, that would be a blessing, but I mean, you're looking at what's great about this season is our hated teams are below us. And Vegas looks very beatable right now. Even the Oilers are beatable right now. Southern California is, I guess, if you really want to talk about it, we're rocking the Pacific. So,
Yeah.
and yet I still feel like we got so much more to do.
Yeah. So we do
Go
have a
ahead.
couple comments in the Instagram live. The Sun put, "Happy belated Thanksgiving, boys. I'm grateful for great hockey. For a great hockey game, even though the Kings lost, feels like a revival of the rivalry."
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that.
And then he also asked, "Is there anything you guys are particularly grateful for, both hockey related and not?"
Well, I'm really grateful we're above the Oilers in Vegas right now. I mean, I
I,
can't tell you, that makes me that makes me a very happy hockey fan. And what's really interesting, as I was on the Hockey Princess podcast, and I made a comment about how upside down this season's been.
yeah.
And I think she ran with it because I think she said something in her podcast about that being upside down. Oh, she did totally agree when I made the comment too, and I'm sure she's probably noticed that. I mean, who expected the Ducks to be on top? Who expected, some of these teams that are in the playoff hunt to be there? Montreal's played well. I'm surprised by the Sharks. They're
Yeah.
showing promise, a lot more promise than I thought we'd get from them this year. So it's in Seattle. Yeah. Seattle's been crazy good
Yeah.
this year. But you know what? I think we've said the last few years they were talented, and what happened? Why weren't they winning?
Yeah.
So to have Seattle in the mix, they have the talent there. It's just they didn't put it together. You don't think they have talent there?
Talent as in, I would say all 4 lines are like middle 6 players. They don't have any like number 1 players on their I would say on their squad. I would say the closest person they have as being like a number 1 player might be Brandon Montour and Joey Decord. But after that, it's not.
Well, Decord's been playing. He's been rocking it.
So, but
He
like I
wants
said,
to play for. He wants to be considered to play for somebody this year in
Yeah.
the Olympics.
all right, we do have a couple more comments I haven't gotten to yet. From Ducks R, I said our bottom 6 has slowed down significantly in production the last couple of weeks. I would say this because we didn't, Granlund's still out. We just got Paling back, and I think that's going to be a big help. Because Paling was our 3rd line center last night, and they have Ryan Strome centering the 4th line.
Yeah, I saw no for Toronto in the lineup.
Vetrano played.
Did he?
Yeah, he was on the 4th line with Strome and Johnston.
Oh, okay.
And then also Ducks are God, I love your name, but it's so hard to say at the same time. He says our standard is a bit different than LA's right now. If you told any Ducks fan last summer they'd even be in a wild card spot at Thanksgiving, we'd be ecstatic, let alone first in the division. No, and honestly, 100% agree. I was not expecting that. I think even I said before the season started, I expected us to be in the wild card hunt. I mean, things can change. There's still like less than 60 games left, 55 to 60 games for some teams. So there's still a lot of time left. And then he also said, no disrespect to Seattle because they've earned their spot. But if they take a playoff spot, that's a blessing. That's a blessing for everyone. And I forgot, yes, Vince Dunn is a great player. I did forget about him. But I mean, on their forward lines, it's maybe Matty Beniers and Chandler Stevenson, but those aren't like, I would say, number 1 players. And Adam Broll says, just like the great Brooks said, not the most talented team, but the right team in Seattle. That's true. And maybe they got the right coach there to coach that team. And then also Desmond in the Instagram live said, "Ha ha ha! I agree. I love to see the Oilers tank, even if I feel bad for McDavid having to sit through it." So, but the one thing I'm definitely grateful for is I would say that just how the Ducks are playing overall this year. Like Carlsson playing the way he is, like how this is probably what Verbeek saw in Carlsson before. That's why he drafted Carlsson over Fantilli in that draft. So I'm and there's how Quenneville's coached this squad with, I would say also to McGill and Woodcroft as well, like them. What a great coaching staff that is. And then also, Dostal and Lacombe helping us out defensively. And I would say Trouba as well has played very great this year. And Kreider.
Well, I'm going to go back to what Kevin said. If we want to be elite, we got to have elite coaches like that. And why is Newell Brown's still running the power play? Because he created one play in the power play that was considered incredible. Because
that sounds familiar.
It's not working in Los Angeles. Just gonna say it, not working. Let's wake up, guys, and get somebody in there that can fire up. We have enough talent on the power play to score a lot of goals. Let's get somebody in there that can take that talent, use it effectively and with purpose. And I mean, this is one fan saying something. I think like what Cody talked about the Ducks when they revamped their coaching staff, they did a fantastic job of it. Why are we settling for Newell Brown? I mean, I heard for what last 2 years, Cody complained, or maybe not last year because I think Newell Brown was on our team, but the 2 years prior to that, he hated Newell Brown. He wanted to get rid of him. And I go, yet you guys dump him and we pick him up for our power play? I don't know. What's that for?
That you guys have him. Kevin says you could tell this Kings roster and talent is shackled by the coaching staff.
Yeah,
Now,
agreed.
Now, do you think it's just Newell Brown, or could it be like a Hiller problem too?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like what Hiller's done. He got us 105 points. That's why I think he's still behind the bench last year, which was the best we've ever done as far as a regular season. But I have to admit, I'm not totally thrilled with him. I go, he's going to have to prove this year to me that he's worthy to stay the coach. And I'm not sure whether it's iffy with me right now as a fan. And I know I have a guy at work who's a big Kings fan. He would have had somebody grab him, put a sack over his head, put him in one of those containers and put him on a liner to nowhere. That's how much he liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, that was comment for you if you ever watch our podcast, Steve.
Yeah. Let's get into game predictions real quick before we forget like we did a couple weeks ago. So the Ducks play tomorrow, 11:30, against the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago. And I'm predicting a 4-3 win for the Ducks. And then literally the next day, so we have a back-to-back against St. Louis in St. Louis. And I'm predicting a 5-1 loss. Just because the Ducks always do bad against the Blues. No matter how good the Blues are or how good the Ducks are, the Ducks just seem to lose.
What was the score?
For which one?
Blues?
5-1 loss. I have a feeling the Blues are going to score within like the first 1 or 2 minutes and then just dominate after that. And the Ducks will somehow trade for Robert Thomas, and then the Ducks win the Stanley Cup this year. No, I'm just kidding. And then Wednesday, the Ducks head back home and play against the Utah Mammoth. I'm going to say a 5-4 win for the Ducks on that one. And then the Ducks finish up the week home against the Washington Capitals. And I'm going to say 6-4 win for the Ducks.
So you had 3 games, correct?
4.
Oh, you got a game Sunday. I forgot. What?
Sunday against the Blackhawks. We're going to get to that. I already have it in the notes to do more of that. So don't worry. We'll get to more of that.
And what'd you say for that game?
For the Blackhawks?
Yeah.
4-3 win.
So you got 3 wins and a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Going to my predictions. Kings play the Canucks tonight. And I predict a 5-3 win against the Canucks. Tuesday, they play the Capitals. 4-3 loss to the Capitals. And Thursday, they play Chicago. And I have a 5-2 win against Chicago. So I only have 3 games.
Yeah.
So
and then
that's what I...
Kevin put, Hiller is great at not losing and getting results in zero pressure games. When it matters or when the opposition is really at their best, we stand zero chance with this style where we play not to lose. God, that sounds like the last years with Eakins and Cronin. Oops, I said the name.
Oh, Voldemort. I agree with that, Kevin. Yeah, we're playing not to lose. That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
I think well said compared to what I said. So I'm going with what you said, Kevin. Thank you.
All right, and then we'll end the episode with questions and what we're thankful for. But just kind of getting a little off the hockey topic, and I heard this kind of they were talking about, I think it was the Empty Netters or What Chaos. I forgot which podcast it was. But they were talking about, who Cam Scattaboo is, right?
Yeah.
So I guess on a podcast he was just recently on, he asked the question, it's the taco debate. Does the taco dominate you or do you dominate the taco? So what he means is when you bite into a taco, do you turn the taco to eat it or do you turn your head to eat it? So if you dominate the taco, you turn the taco to eat it. But if you turn your head to eat the taco, then the taco dominates you. Do you know if you eat a taco, does the taco dominate you or do you dominate the taco? I thought it was hilarious. I thought it would be kind of funny just to add that in.
Okay. I have no idea.
I would say it's a little bit of both for me. I would say it's like 50-50, I would say.
I guess I turned my head. I guess the taco dominates me.
It even says a little bit of both. We dominate each other. Okay, it was the Empty Netters. I said it was okay. I knew it was either Empty Netters or What Chaos because they usually go off topic with fun stuff like that. I think it was the Empty Netters. I love God, they're so fun to listen to. So everyone just watch the next time you have tacos, you're like, wait. You're gonna think twice maybe before eating a taco next time.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. One thing I know about a taco. When I'm done, it's gone and I'm still here.
Yeah. I would say more than often I would say 100% of the time I dominate the taco. The taco dominates me for sure. Don't want to waste any ingredients. That makes sense. I get that. That's why I say I'm like 50-50 on it. Like I think sometimes where I'll okay, I can turn certain tacos and there's some tacos where you have to turn to make sure you keep everything in the taco.
It's like me if there's I gotta have lettuce in the taco. I gotta have it. I mean, I like the crunch of the lettuce. It doesn't really have a whole lot of flavor, but that crunch when I take a bite of the taco, I love that part. And I gotta say, it probably dominates me till it's gone.
Yeah.
And I think at the end I win. So I guess I have to say it's both for me too.
So Doesn't in the Instagram live chat says the taco domination is the dumbest and funniest thing I've heard today. I'm grateful for that. And he put a laughing emoji and everything. So that's why I put it in there. I thought it's so stupid, but it's funny and just kind of get us off topic a little bit and have some fun. I mean, look at it. We're getting a bunch of comments about it. It was like our whole candy debate. Adam says a hard shell taco, I move my head to eat it. Soft taco, I just smash it like a burrito and don't move my head. See, here's the next question. What is the best taco? Is it a hard shell, soft shell, or street taco?
As Justin would say, it's white lady tacos. That's the best taco. White lady tacos.
Yeah, Adam is right. The soft street tacos, you could just roll up slightly and nothing falls out. So now here's the thing. I don't like. Yes, I like the ones that like mom makes, like the ones that the corn tortillas that you fry and put them in oil and then you make them into a hard shell. I like those more.
But they're not a hard shell, it's a chewy shell.
It's a
Those
chewy shell, yeah.
yeah,
So
and that is the perfect taco shell.
yes, so
For
I
me,
like
for me.
I like the ones that you can get like at Del Taco or Taco Bell, whatever, like the hard shell ones. I don't like those ones because I feel like they break so easily. I'm usually a flour tortilla shop taco person, or even like the Jack in the Box kind of shell. Like those kind of like shells. Or honestly, I think one of our favorites is the El Pollo Loco crispy taco. Oh my god, it's so good. Like me and Christina get every time we go there. I made the mistake of getting them and then letting Christina bite one, like let her try one of mine, and then I lost the taco. um, and then I honestly, I I'm not a big street taco person. I'll eat them, but I think it's like the hard shell or the what you said, the crispy shell, and then I would say hard shell then street tacos. I don't know. I just feel
Yeah,
like the street tacos are just kind of dry for me.
well, yeah,
Let's see.
so poor Kevin, you don't have Del Taco or Taco
Now that you
Bell
brought up
there?
Del Taco, Taco Bell, Del Taco over Taco Bell, I miss it very much since moving away. Oh no, it's the opposite. I'm sorry, Kevin, I disagree. It's Taco Bell over Del Taco. And then he also said, to me, the street tacos are my favorite. It's really because of the salsa they give. The tacos are a good delivery method of the salsa.
Oh, gotta
Uh,
have pico de gallo, you gotta have a little bit of hot sauce, cheese, lettuce, and mom's chewy taco shell. That's
yeah.
the way to go, hands down. And I gotta tell you, I would take Jack in the Box tacos over Del Taco or Taco Bell.
See, you gotta try the El Pollo Loco one, and it might
I
change your
haven't
mind.
had the El Pollo
I'm
Loco
no,
one.
that's what I'm saying. You
I
gotta try it. I will send you which one to get. It's me and Christina's go to. Mm.
So we were supposed to talk about what we're
Hold
thankful
on,
for. Are
or
we
hold on.
thankful for tacos?
Before we get to that, we have one more comment in the Instagram live from Desmond. He says Taco Bell all the way. Live Moss. All right, and then here I go. Kevin put El Pollo Loco tacos and burritos are so underrated. 100% agree. Street tacos, like the little mini corn tortilla with meat, cheese, avocado, and salt. Yeah, if they have all those in it, then it's probably a lot better. I think it's just maybe it's the one that we get here. And the mom says the Taco Bell Dorito Taco Supreme. And then
No tomatoes.
Jack in the Box is the best fake drunk tacos ever. And you got to have them when they're fresh. You can't have them after like 10 minutes because they're just bad. But all right, now we're done with the taco debate. If we have any more comments on the taco debate, we'll add them later, like in later episodes.
Wow,
So
the taco thing went far.
yeah, it did, and I'm glad I added it now. All right. So now that Thanksgiving has passed, what are we thankful for?
What are we thankful for?
Adam
Now I
wants
want
this.
tacos. um, thankful for family. Thankful for a job with a purpose. Thankful for my church family also. I'm very thankful that we have such a loving church and friends that we can always count on.
Yeah.
But I mean, just I'm totally blessed.
No, I agree. I'm thankful for everyone being healthy in our family. Getting to spend a time with grandma and papa the last couple of weeks, going out and visiting them was so much fun. I know we had our Thanksgiving last Sunday, and all the great food, the great family, and everything like that. And I'm thankful for my in-laws. You know, they help us with everything. and then, of course, my wife, she's my rock. I wouldn't be here without her. And
I hate to tell you, you wouldn't be here without me and your mom. That's for sure.
Okay, first of all, no, we're not getting there. We're not getting there. We're not getting there. We're not going there. But and I also want to be thankful for all the people that we've met doing this podcast. With Eddie Garcia, Kyle Carr, Doug Stolhan, Dylan, Colby, everyone that we've had on here, we've had so much fun, and even all the extra people that we've met. Also, it's been amazing to do. Like, I didn't think that when I started this podcast that it would have gone to 90 episodes like it is that we're at now. And I'm having so much fun with everyone. We've met great people along the way.
Absolutely been a blast.
So,
look forward to
and honestly, I'm thankful that I get to do this with you every week.
Well, thank you. I was so reluctant because when you kept going, I need to find someone, and I gave you names and it just didn't happen. And then it came to my head, how about a rivalry podcast? And I go, oh God, do I really want to say something like that and commit to this? Because this really isn't what I think is my real cup of tea.
Yeah.
I didn't think so, at least.
It wasn't really mine either.
But, I stepped out in faith to bring it up, because after I said it to you, when we talked about doing it, I was so scared the first episode. I'm sure everybody saw that. I don't think I was comfortable at all in what we were doing. But, how many dads get to do this with their sons, especially their grown-up son who's married and has a life of his own and actually tolerates me as much as he does. So I am truly thankful for that. I do talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
And with people and tell them, oh yeah, hey, listen to Royally Quacked.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lady in Long Beach whose sons played hockey, and when she told me that, I go, hey, we do a Kings and Ducks podcast, Royally Quack. The next time I saw her, she said she'd actually listen to us.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, she's over there at APMG in Long Beach. If you're listening, missed you yesterday. You guys were closed when we went by to pick up. So, but that's been truly a blessing. And I mean, my love for hockey has grown through this too.
Yeah.
It's been something that I kind of did on my own for a long time, just because not everybody was as into hockey as I was, and I feel blessed that you have taken up the mantle and maybe taken it even past my passions. And our executive producer participates every week, talking on the podcast, telling us when we've been bad boys and sometimes when we've been fantastic.
Yeah.
And she's become a bigger hockey fan, because I don't think she knew what hockey was until she met me.
Yeah. And so my wife still thought the Honda Center is where they sold Hondas. And she still thought the Ducks were called the Mighty Ducks. But honestly, I've heard that from multiple people since then.
Well, I just want Adam shared this. I'm thankful for my family and friends, but also thankful for this family right here. I may not always be present on the show, but I always make my mark. Oh my God, do you ever make your mark?
Oh God.
And I appreciate you guys tolerating me. And honestly, Adam, I appreciate you tolerating us. Just right back to you guys.
It's okay to cry, guys. It's okay. Yeah. Let me get some water. Just tear.
Here's something, Adam, you haven't been on in a while. When do you want to come back? And Kevin too.
Yeah.
So I mean, anytime you guys want to pop in, just yell.
We all know Adam just invites himself. He'll literally message me Friday night. Hey, I'm coming on. Okay. I want to say it's happened at least twice, at least. And,
I mean,
and we have open invitations for a lot of people, and we love it.
And the thing is he comes on and we have fun. We pick on each other like crazy, but the true thing is we are a family. So it's been awesome. This podcast has been great. Truly thankful for all of you who listen to us every week. It is a family. So
also
thank you now, because I love doing this. I look forward to doing it every week. It's one of my highlights. So I appreciate you guys.
Before I forget, I want to say like a huge thank you to Kyle Carr from Locked On Anaheim Ducks, Eddie Garcia from the Puck Podcast and Locked On LA Kings, and even Doug Stolhan from the Puck Podcast and the Later Rivals guys, because they've all shared our podcast on their podcast and their social media. So I'm very thankful for them for doing that too. If I'm missing someone, I'm sorry, but I just want to say like huge shout out to all 4 of those podcasts, for shouting us out, talking about us. We got to get the Later Rivals guys on soon.
Oh God, we got to talk food with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Lou doesn't like the bread at Cane's.
That's crazy.
The toast. I mean, we got to bring him on.
And then to Son from the Instagram live, he says, "I'm thankful for my favorite father-son hockey duo and your live stream when I can catch them. God bless you all." God bless you too, man. God bless you too.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for tuning in live.
Yes,
I appreciate it. Like I said, I know it's a Saturday morning. Not everyone you guys want to enjoy your weekends, sleeping in, and everything like that, and you want to watch, be with family on Saturday mornings. But if you guys are here, we're thankful for that, and we appreciate for all our listeners as well and all the followers. Thankful for keeping us going, because I don't know if I can keep doing it if we were only getting just our family listening to the podcast and everything. So thankful for that. And then also Adam says, to add on, I'm also thankful for you guys putting me in touch with Kyle. It's always great to link up with a fellow veteran hockey player. And also shout out to the Patriots hockey too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I hope we're invited. I do really actually believe we're invited to next year's golf tournament, and then the Stay Classy one,
San Diego. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
I am so looking forward. If we could get the dates on that, so we can make sure we're available, because I had so much fun at that golf tournament.
Yeah.
I thought it was not going to turn out as great as it did, but it was incredible.
Absolutely. You're invited. Love it. But
thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. It's awesome.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure we got a shout out to, especially the Patriots hockey, them putting up with us during the golf tournament, them, wanting to interview and talk with us. That was great. None of them had to do it, but they all did it and everything. And, I'm glad, because like I said, that was so much fun. And like I said, a huge shout out to like I said, all our followers, DM us, follow us, and everything like that. Like I said, a lot of fun, and thankful for everyone that's helped us along the way. And like I almost forgot, like DJ Jojo, shout out to him. Trent Sullivan as well. Like I said, if it wasn't for DJ Jojo, I wouldn't been able to do that the Wild Wing mask giveaway. Adam, I still have your mask. Don't worry. It's literally sitting right here next to me. I still have your mask. Because he called it literally when I was at the game before the game even started. I think I took a picture with it or something. He's like, "Oh, I'm so jealous." I was like, "Oh, I have an extra one." He's like, "All right, dibs." I was like, "Okay, it's yours." And then Adam put also the charity game is on December 20th. It's the rain teddy bear toss game too. So everyone be ready for that.
Is that a Saturday?
Let's see.
I'm not tracking a calendar
yes,
right now.
That is a Saturday.
Okay.
So
we might have to just work that in.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. It's a Saturday.
Awesome.
But anything else you want to add before we get out of here? Oh, actually, no. Sorry. I almost forgot. We do have 2 questions.
Okay. No, I'm busy. I'm busy on the 20th, I guess.
All right. So question 1 from Instagram. Question 1. This is from Adam Broll. Why is Gary so old?
Why am I so old?
Yeah.
I gained about 20 years every time you come on the podcast. That's why.
I feel like every time Adam puts a comment, your facial hair right here gets grayer and grayer and white.
So what's the other question?
Question 2 is also from Adam, but it's an actual hockey question. With Dostal out, will Husso serve as a viable backup to keep momentum going? I think after we saw last night, that's a yes. And I think Mrazek's playing a lot better. I think we're gonna have a lot closer games than we've had, in the past. So we might be giving up, maybe 1 or 2 more goals, but I think the way we're scoring, I think we'll be fine. But maybe with Mrazek playing a little bit more, and we saw what Ville Husso did with us last year, and then last night, I think we'll be fine with them as maybe they might be. I hope they kind of split time a little bit. Husso gets a game, Mrazek gets a game. Husso gets a game, Mrazek gets a game. Because I think that might be better for both of them. So not one of them is taking up too much of a workload and then tiring themselves out. And I honestly, and it's only hopefully just 3 weeks. So we've already played 2 games since his injury. So maybe another 8 to 10 games. They just split time. 4 to 5 games each, and just and this is going to be a big test right here on how well the Ducks are without their number 1 goalie. So, and honestly, it was such a great question, and that's why Adam said, like, "Are you going to answer my question now or later?" And I was like, "Oh, we'll save it for later," because I wanted to add the first one with it too.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But,
yeah. Unfortunately, on the 20th, your mom is going with your grandmother to Barry Manilow, and I am taking care of Papa overnight.
Got it.
So there is no way I can get out of that. I'd have to drag Papa with me, and that would be a chore.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah. And then Adam also, even though he's known as a king, Peter Budaj could be the greatest Ducks goalie coach. The strides he made with Gibby and Dostal last year and Mrazek this year are phenomenal. No, I honestly 100% agree. I like the way Peter Budaj is coaching. And I agree. Like, I think he could be one of the best Ducks goalie coaches ever. Because, like I said, Gibby definitely turned a table last year. He was a lot better as a goalie last year. Dostal's looked solid. And then Mrazek, I know he had the first shaky couple games, but I would say, like, that Minnesota game, not his fault. What was the other game? The Canucks, not his fault. So when he's getting beat some off of, like, just turnovers or weird bounces, and he's not giving up that many goals. And like I said, I would say Mrazek and Husso have been very good so far, I would say, overall. So I agree. I think he's also helped Husso as well. Because, Husso got, he was in the AHL with the Red Wings, and he was getting paid over $4 million a year, and he was AHL goalie, and we traded him for pretty much nothing. And I mean, yeah, he's an AHL goalie now just because of our situation, but I think Husso, I think after Mrazek's contract is done this offseason, I think Husso would be a great backup for Dostál. So, you have anything else to add?
I think that's about it for me.
All right. Well, again, I guess we'll wrap it up. What a great episode again. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Adam put, I'm curious to see what he's going to do with Husso for the time being. I think it's going to be like an every other game thing. That's what I'm hoping for. That way, the Mrazek or Husso's not getting so much work altogether. So, like tonight, we'll probably see, tomorrow we'll probably see Mrazek, and then, obviously, since we have back to back, we'll probably see Husso on Monday, and then I think it's gonna be like every other game they'll be playing. So, but well, that wraps it up for episode 90 of Royally Quacked, and what a great episode. Thankful for everyone that tuned in and commented and everything like that. Adam, quack quack quack. Good day, boys. Now, let's just get out of here, and I'm just thankful for that. Both of our teams are in a playoff spot because I didn't think that was going to happen, for another year or so. For now,
well, let's hope it continues until the end of the season, and may we get to play each other in the Western Conference Championship.
Well,
we can't, can we?
Well, we could only if one of our teams is a wild card.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, but thank you everyone for tuning in to episode 90 of Royally Quacked. You can follow us on all social medias at Royally Quacked on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads. Go give us a follow, everything you can. Also, speaking of don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube. So, Adam, Mom, everyone, don't forget to hit the like button on there. Or even if you're listening to us on podcasts, go on YouTube, subscribe, like the video. It won't hurt you. It helps us, but it won't hurt you. Trust me. Get the like spike going. And then don't forget to follow us on Twitch as well, like Kevin does over there. Like you said, you could tune in live. You could join in the conversation. And like I said, or you could be like Descend on Instagram Live. He tuned in live. He's commenting and everything. So I'm thankful for that as well. So everyone, don't forget to also like or rate and review us as well on Apple and Spotify. That helps us out a lot too. So, and please tell your family and friends on how well the Ducks and Kings are doing right now, and just tell them about our podcast. It's like, hey, there's a father-son podcast that talk about both teams. You should check them out. So, all right.
Do it now.
Do it. I have spoken.
Oh, that stealing me from last week, huh?
That was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, but everyone,
I'm old, so I'm really old, right, Adam?
Yeah. But all right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in to Royally Quacked, and we'll see you next week. Actually, real quick before we get out of here, we will have a special interview episode that will be coming out this week. So, special guest will be joining us tomorrow. It won't be live, but we are recording it tomorrow. So, if you
make sure you listen.
Yeah, make sure you listen. If you have any questions, let's just say it's a very Kings friendly interview, and I'm excited for this interview. I am actually. So,
yeah.
And I know you are for sure.
Absolutely.
So, if you have any questions for our Kings special guest, send me a DM. And we'll ask him tomorrow, and then just expect the interview to come out either Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't want to have it come out the same day as the regular podcast, but I expect it to be out Tuesday or Wednesday. So, but everyone, just remember, let's go Ducks
and go Kings, go. See you next week.